Hello everyone, it's Homeless98X. Recently I've been trying to get a set Vorago team going and we've been getting some decent kills. Some of us still need a little work, but I'm going to be making a guide for those of you who have never done Vorago before and are looking for some quick tips. First of all, stay away from people when you get marked for a red bomb. You will get a notice on your screen stating you've been marked for one. As soon as you see this, get yourself a good distance away from other players or you could possibly ruin the kill. If you don't get away, the red bomb will hit you and the other players around you for a possible one-hit KO. I've had people not run from red bombs on the last phase of Vorago and messed up the entire kill for everyone. So you definitely don't want to be that person that ruins the kill for your team. The first phase of Vorago is pretty simple if you're DPSing. Just make sure you're not the furthest one away from Vorago at all times so you won't get tanked by blue bombs. DPS your heart out at Vorago until you and your team bring him down to 25k life points. Once there, your base tank and jumper should have lured Vorago into the right position so that the jumper can now jump on Vorago's back. After he is down, finish off Vorago and he will begin to move on to the second phase. Watch out for him jumping during this transition. He will jump the direction that he faces. If he lands on you, you can get hit over 4k in damage. The second phase of Vorago is not all about DPS until the very end of the phase. Like on phase 1, you can pray Soul Split as needed, so you really don't have to eat much at all. Most teams these days have 3 people that will be provoking Vorago on this phase. Vorago will begin to smash the player he is on, and the player will have to use Freedom and Escape so that they don't take a 4.5k hit in damage. Vorago will hit a random person at the very beginning of the phase, so be sure to use Freedom if you get a bleed on you. The base tank usually takes smashes 1 and 2, the bomb take will take smashes 3 and 4, and another person, usually chosen before you even begin the kill, will take smash number 5. Once he is done smashing, do another 3 hits on Vorago and then click off of him. He will begin to reflect all damage on you or one of your teammates, so be sure not to kill them. During this time, also look for a glowing red ball floating somewhere around the room. If it is near you, go ahead and click it to launch it at Vorago. You can usually start doing damage again after this is done. After the 3rd time this has happened, keep your adrenaline bar full because after the 4th ball, you and your team will have to do as much damage as possible on Vorago to get another weapon piece to fall off of his back and move on to the 3rd phase. This is the part where you need to have full adrenaline for. You will have to keep clicking on Vorago and use abilities till you get the bring him down bar full. After that, use either Metamorphosis or the Sunshine ability and begin to do damage. Use an adrenaline potion if you have one to help do damage faster. If you do enough damage, Vorago will begin to move on to the 3rd phase. However, if you do not do enough damage, you'll have to start phase 2 all over again. Phase 3 of Vorago changes every week. This week is probably the easiest of them all. 2 minions will spawn at the south side of the room, and you and your team will have to try to bring them down around the same time. When one minion dies, the other will become enraged and start doing double damage on whoever is tanking it. Make sure you also stand on opposite sides of the minions because they will try to walk into each other. You don't want this to happen because you won't be able to see the life points of one of the minions. They're pretty easy to bring down, and this phase should go by fairly quickly. Phase 4 of Vorago is the waterfall phase. As soon as this phase starts, a waterfall will appear in a random corner of the room. Get to it as soon as you can and be in the very corner of it. If you don't make it in time, you can get hit over 9k in damage. So be sure to eat up if for some reason you're not going to make it. After the waterfall, this phase is similar to phase 2, where Vorago will start smashing your teammates again, and the Vokers will need to do their job. You or one of your teammates may also get a Vitalis minion that will spawn, and you will need to kill it. It will use the same type of combat that you use, so be sure to use your protection prayers accordingly. They can also stun you, so be sure to use anticipation or freedom when necessary. Waterfalls will happen another few times after Vorago smashes, so be sure to always make it to them. Phase 5 is all about doing damage and getting rid of bleeds. DPSers should stand on the right side of the room and one space away from melee distance of Vorago. Watch out for red bombs because shortly after, Vorago will begin to reflect damage on you or one of your teammates. You don't want to lose anyone on this phase because if not enough damage is dealt, Vorago can push you and your team back and you can lose the kill. Wait to ultimate till after the first reflect. After that, use vulnerability if you have it, and then sunshine ability. Use adrenaline pots as well, and do as much damage as you can. Keep this up until you see another red bomb and prepare to click off Vorago, and then repeat. Once you and your team push Vorago back far enough, the base tank will need to use the maul made during the kill to finish off Vorago. This pretty much sums up the basics of week 1 of Vorago. Thank you for watching my guide and be sure to subscribe for more. I'll be going over each week from now on, making more guides every week that Vorago changes. So subscribe for more. Thank you.